Ambition is what they have, and glam came with the package.
With blue seas and sandy beaches as the backdrop, these girls take no days off.
A pretty face may get them to the door, but the determination to win gets them in.
Being a boss is never easy, and their climb to the top comes with drama.
Designer lifestyles make it hard to be lazy. No one wants to be the last season's best.
Getting the look may cost you, but ambition is always priceless. It's called Glambition.
Trinidad and Tobago, a perfect island destination. An island known as well for its booming oil and business industry, as it is for the best and most renowned star-studded party in the world, Carnival. This twin island has it all: business and pleasure, peace and energy, those who have it all and those who hustle to get it all. But like any good Gemini, this twin has two very different sides. There are those who are good, and then there are those for whom good is just not good enough.
My name is Bianca, and I'm glambitious because I don't really give a fuck what people think about me. I think what holds people back is worrying about other people's perceptions of you. Your opinion of me is not my business. Most people know me because my start was on Top Model. Tyra Banks recruited me when I was 18 years old, and from then, I recruited myself to become what I am today. I've done every New York Fashion Week from 18 until 23. Constant grind hustle. I've been to South Africa Fashion Week. I've done LA. I've been around the world doing every fashion week, every magazine that I can. I still feel like I haven't reached my pinnacle. My agents told me that maybe it was time for me to change my market and try the Caribbean because of my strong background. So I've done all the major markets, so it's time for me to try this up-and-coming market. I told my mother I was coming to Trinidad to explore the fashion industry. And the only thing she said to me was, don't get locked up. Don't get arrested over there, Bianca, all right? I don't know bad money, I ain't coming for you. Yeah. I am a Caribbean girl. I grew up there. My family's from there. I understand the culture very well. If they want to accept me, they can. If they don't want to accept me, I'm still going to be here. So it doesn't change anything for me. Money is the focus. Money is the motive. You can't mess with my money. You can't mess with my hustle. I don't think I'm going to have that problem. I have a great background. People know me. You can Google me. Check my stats.
My name is Leah. I'm from Barbados, and most people know me as Miss Barbados World 2009. I did a bit of modeling before that, and after that, recently I became qualified as an attorney. I've decided to focus on more of my business goals, which involves merging my legal career with my entertainment background. So now I'm building an entertainment services company. It's helpful if your manager is also an attorney and creative enough to be a manager at the same time. I've been in Trinidad for about 3 years now, I think. I definitely feel like a Bajan living in Trinidad, but I feel comfortable as well. A lot of things are still very new to me, and there are a lot of differentiations between our two cultures, but I think that's what makes it kind of spicy and exciting. So Sarah Jane calls me and she asked me to meet her at Bravo on the Boulevard for drinks, lunch. And she wanted to discuss some concerns that she had personally.
My name is Sarah Jane. Many people in Trinidad know me because I went up for Miss Universe Trinidad and Tobago. Before I went up for Miss Trinidad and Tobago, a lot of people knew of me just from going out and trying to get in the know. In Trinidad, glamour is events, right? Glamour is parties. Glamour is that kind of flair. And when you mix that with ambition, it becomes social ambition. Trinidad is small, so once you start going out and meeting people, you end up infiltrating that. And then I guess you get what Trinidadians like to call, which is visa face. Because it's accepted everywhere. So you could go to any club and you just don't need to line up. You don't need to pay. Doesn't matter what time it is. Doesn't matter if there's a list or not. You just get a band and walk in. It's also about using what Trinidad can give you to get ahead. It was only a couple times after I actually met Leah, I found out that she was also involved in Miss World. She was Miss World Barbados 2009. So I figured I should just give her a call and, maybe see if I could make a new friend. So I know you're probably wondering why I call you. I just, I don't know. I find since the pageant, life is so not what I expected, And
In what way? What do you mean?
Well, I still feel like my friends, I could talk to my friends about it, but they still don't really understand, And obviously, I see you at the door every weekend as Zen. So, and I knew you went up for Miss World for Barbados.
I know Sarah Jane from coming in and out of the club. I work at the door at Zen, and she's a committee member, and I know her in passing. So I don't really know her per se, but I've seen her around.
At the end of the day, I'm trying to kind of move past it, And so I want to go out and go to a night out with my friends, and people just want to come up and be like, oh my God, they rob your girl, and like the judges, they don't know what they're talking about. I'm always surprised when people come up and they want my picture, or they want to talk to me, or they want to meet me. That's part of the package. You have to deal with it.
That's what you kind of got into. It kind of goes with...
Yeah, exactly.
You just learn to deal with it, and you kind of just learn to find yourself in the midst of this new, persona, I guess, and public persona. I mean, there are people that like you, and then there are people that don't like you, and you kind of just don't worry about the people that don't like you because they don't matter. And the people that like you appreciate it, and you take it for what it is. And you just continue to be you. Like, you find your purpose. Everybody with the show was just kind of like, okay, so what's next for you? Like, what are you going to do now? Okay, what's she going to do? She's going to do something big. I feel like there's like a magnifying glass on me. I mean, I'm sure you already know. So I'm speaking to her, and I'm thinking that she was the first runner-up. It's only after a while I realized that she was not the first runner-up or the second runner-up. She came fourth. Well, I mean, my experience is a little different from yours in that I won. She's subtly throwing shade at me, just being like, you could just take it down a notch because you didn't win. I think Sarah Jane's problems are superficial. She doesn't really have problems. She's already from a social background that, she's comfortable. She's a socialite. I don't think the burden should be that heavy for you, or you shouldn't allow the burden to be that heavy for you, because that chapter in your mind at least is closed. She doesn't understand, because Miss World in Barbados is a very different situation to Miss Trinidad and Tobago Universe, right? As nice as I can put that, Trinidadians love Miss Universe. That's like our national obsession. As for the comments and the negative, the detractors or whatever, Lord, it's like you can't please everybody. You just cannot. Maybe she just needs to work on herself. My energy level is very high, and my outgoingness is very high, and sometimes it's too intense for people, and I think Leah might be one of those people. I'm actually really glad I called you. I'm glad you understand.
Coming up on Glambition.
I mean, I understand the whole point of pressure. I got it after Miss TNT and I got it after Project Runway, and one was worse than the other, obviously. I mean, before Project Runway, without knowing how to sew, believe me, when they called me, I was like, no, I can't come. And I told them no.
My name is Lori Antoinette. I am the designer for Hakwai. The name of my label is Hakwai. I didn't want to use my own name because somebody's saying, oh, I'm wearing a Lori Antoinette. I just find it so stupid because I'm not selling myself. There was no aha moment to me being a designer. There wasn't any clothing that I wanted. and the clothing that I did want was too expensive. My biggest problem in getting Hakwai out is M's, a lot of M's. Me, money, management. I don't pay attention to what other designers do, really. I mean, people say, oh, I should ask this question and that question. I've had one or two designers said, you know, if you need any advice. I did go once and I received no f***ing advice. I want to do this, I'm going to do this. Full stop. So I decided to take a break from sewing and working, because when I'm working, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't lime at all. But it's real pressure. I'm lucky to have friends that just real good at listening, because I could real talk. So I bring a dress.
Thanks, sir.
And when sales finish.
You want make dress? Thanks.
And take it. The style spirit thing. When Mel asked me to be in Style Spirit, this is going to be my first collection in Trinidad. And I was like, yeah, hell yeah. I finished 4 dresses. After one fit tonight. I'm supposed to have 11 dresses.
Today's what?
3 days before. Tonight is fitting.
Well, I hope you stock up on your 5-hour energy. Because...
Nah, I don't drink that thing whenever I'm working, because the Red Bull is real crash, man. Sweet dog.
Thank you. You'll probably have to get some mental.
I don't trust people when it comes to helping, because I think vibe is a part of the process, and if somebody just gonna come and just do it because they're trying to make $1, just because they're trying to make $1, then no help, man. Because I want your energy, rather have no help than just dollar help.
How long you know about the show?
2.5 months.
Right, nice.
I think I'm biting off too much. Too much to chew, too much on my plate, too much.
You need help?
No.
Okay, because I was going to look for somebody, not me, to help you.
Anya is actually a good friend of mine. She also went up for Miss Trinidad and Tobago Universe, but most people know of her, especially now, as the winner of Project Runway. We need to get some drinks together, catch up on everything. And then we heard about this place called Eve's Closet, and so we decided to do a shopping day instead. So wait, now tell me about your collection. How's everything going?
Good, man. Well, I launched it in New York, and then I showed it in London, and then I showed it in Johannesburg. So.
Yeah, wait, Alan, we haven't got to talk about that. I saw the pictures on Facebook, but I don't know anything
amazing.
else. So what next?
Well, I'm here opening a production facility, so that I could have a made in Trinidad and Tobago label, which I've really wanted for a while.
I know,
you know?
we've talked about that.
So that and a few things I'm working on in the US.
It's ironic that I'm so close to Anya, and we've done similar things like Miss Universe TNT. She would actually be the best person to ask about it, and she happens to be my friend. So I guess it kind of makes perfect sense to me to bring it up. Oh, I know. Everything has kind of come at me like 1,000 miles an hour since the show, you know. I guess it's trying to understand what I should do and what I shouldn't do.
I mean, I understand the whole points of pressure. I got it after Miss TNT and I got it after Project Runway, and one was worse than the other, obviously. What's your dream job, really?
I love fashion, I love clothes, I love shows, I love lines, I love all of that, you know. I have an instinct for like PR.
Right.
Like even in college when I was studying political science, I was planning parties for my sorority, you know. And I love that, and I would do that again in Trinidad. Trinidad is larger than life.
If you said all that, then what's your hesitation?
What if I want to go regional? What if I want to go global?
It's so funny because as soon as I finished, I got back from Vietnam and I went straight to LA to try and host. And I went to I kind of pounded the pavements, went to all these agencies, and they were like, oh, your accent. I was like, listen, They
I'm
liked it
not
or they
changing
didn't
my
like
accent.
it.
They
No.
liked it or they didn't like
They
it.
couldn't hire me because I didn't sound American, and I was like, well, sorry. From everything you're saying, it seems to me the only thing that is not fitting for you is if in the long run this is gonna be the right move according to other people. And if you're gonna base something according to other people, then forget it.
What if I go and they tell me, you could have this role, but you gotta talk like you're from the States?
Right.
What do I do?
If you want it badly enough, then I think that is part of it. You're not giving up your Trinidadian-ness. You represent yourself well. You represent your country well. And that, at the end of the day, is to me what being patriotic is and being loyal to your country is. It's not sticking in one little box and being one little thing because that's what everybody else approves of. Because guess what? You're going to be in that box and then everyone's going to say something about why you stayed in the box. I mean, before Project Runway, without knowing how to sew, believe me, when they called me, I was like, no, I can't come. And I told them no. And then, and thank God I had good people around me who said, Annie, you can't say no, you can't.
Yeah.
And I went. And if I hadn't gone, where would I be? You know?
Yeah. I want to do it, but at the same time, I have to figure out exactly where I'm going to find myself. I'm just wary of closing one door because I'm trying to open another.
You have to jump in. And believe me, you'll find the wings to fly. It will come. It's just the way it works. I promise.
I'm holding you to the promise. I'm calling you in a year.
You might fall for a while and you might be like, where are these wings? But they'll come. I promise you. Don't worry, you'll be fine. You want to go get a drink?
Yeah, let's go. For sure.
All this stress.
I know.
Coming up on Glambition.
I got married really young. And I mean, I'm still married. I'm still married. I'm happily married. No, I left him. He's in the States because I have an awesome person in my life now.
Okay. She just throws it in very matter of factly. Oh yeah, you know I'm married with my boyfriend. So I go to the hotel, prep myself, and I head out straight to Roscoe's to meet Leah. I know she's been here for a while. She knows people here. She knows the fashion world, and she also knows like the do's and don'ts. So I wanted to kind of pick her brain and get drunk. When I first see Leah, it's kind of like a piece of home. You feel like, oh, okay, now I know somebody. It's that friendly vibe. Leah's not just by herself. She's with another woman. So I find out this girl's name is Nikita.
She's like originally an R&B artist. We're trying a different thing, like a fusion of music, soca and R&B, soca and anything, soca and anything. Really.
So it's like whatever sticks.
The only thing I can see is this tight dress she has on, so I'm kind of seeing every body part she has. But I guess it's kind of, if you got it, flaunt it. Guess she got it.
And what are you doing out here now?
I came here for law school originally,
Yeah.
so I finished that and I decided to live here. Well, for now at least. I'm
like
attorney
better
now.
here? You graduated!
Yeah,
Congratulations!
So I'm also doing some other things, like I manage Nikita, and then I also run an online top-up company.
And like she has every job out there.
What are you here for?
Everybody knows that, like, I work in New York, I work in Chicago a
Yeah.
lot, and then they don't know, like, my family's from Turks and Caicos.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like, come to Trinidad and try it out. I was like, why not? What's the modeling like out here?
The industry is very small. I think we're trying to have one. Trinidad and Jamaica in a much
Yeah.
larger way than Barbados. We don't have much of an industry at all. There are jobs, and the girls do get booked, but in terms of what we get paid, it's like nowhere close to, like nowhere. Bianca being a bigger personality, she could probably build her name across the region very fast, you know, from being just present in Trinidad. There's a whole culture that has to change before she can even make a quarter of her paycheck that she's making in New York. And that could be very frustrating.
Local models take not being paid or being paid peanuts because there are no other avenues for them. But that doesn't work for me.
I feel like I'm not at an age where it's fun and, oh, let's do pictures, and it's like, no.
Yeah,
I
this
want
is
my
a job,
money.
yeah. It's a job. Yeah, I feel that way too, and I have challenges. I don't really work because I don't feel I'm being paid my work.
Your work.
Really.
Some days you don't get paid, so
That's so crazy.
do a lot of charity
But that's in Barbados
Barbados.
because the soap industry is pretty big and people do make money
Yeah.
from that. So we're gonna make some money.
Cha-ching.
Like on my application, that you know, the casting sheets.
Yeah.
I would put black or African American, and then nothing. And then when I would put like from Turks and Caicos, I feel like they would call me because like now she's exotic.
Yeah, they like exotic. Yeah.
And I'm like, really?
like
What?
exotic.
And my problem with my accent isn't my West Indian, it's my New York.
It's like American and
It's more clear. I think you can understand
Hey,
it.
Bianca.
Yes. Hi. How are you? How you doing?
hi, I'm Leah.
Hi, I'm Misake.
Glambition to me means striving for excellence. I went to Howard University, studied fine arts. That is my life's ambition. But I kind of owe my life to my dad and his efforts to always make sure that I'm comfortable and happy. And he has decided that he wants to retire. He's been in the homemade ice cream business for 31 years. So who else but his one blade of grass, as he puts it, to take over the business. So my vision is to take these products where nobody has taken them before. If I can do that with myself and how I put myself together every day, and people stop me and ask me, oh, where'd you get this? Or how you thought about putting that together? I can do that on a bottle or a tube or whatever the product comes in. Most people think that I'm very aggressive or loud. Powerful women get called bitches a lot, but I don't have a problem with that. I'll be a rich bitch. I'm not uncomfortable with people being judged by my personality. If we can't handle it, then we can't roll.
I know Saki from Howard University.
Oh God. Back in the day.
I've done some of their shows.
Yeah, fashion shows. I was working production, of course. Miss Diva, Runway.
Yeah.
Small world. So Isaki joins us, and she's Bianca's friend, and I don't really have much of a first impression.
Are you from here?
Yeah, I'm from Trinidad.
Oh, nice.
I've been here for like a little over 3 years now. I moved back from New York.
What are you doing here?
Well, recently my dad decided to retire, and I am running his business, homemade ice cream company.
I have no idea what homemade ice cream is. If your lifelong job is ice cream making, it just kind of sounds a little foolish to me. If you go on a date and somebody say, well, what do you do? I'm a lawyer, I'm a doctor, I make ice cream.
But I want to know about your experience here. That's what I'm interested in. I'm very curious because I used to model in Trinidad, and it's a trip.
Did you make any money?
Oh, please.
Ice cream and models. Some things don't go together. My mom doesn't count my job as a job. Really? Why do I start this foolishness to go back to school?
All the time.
Yeah, I know.
Your face could be on the cover of Vogue, and she'll be like, go back to school.
Doesn't matter.
But that's Caribbean, though. That's a Caribbean thing.
Yeah. She said you need to marry. My mom. You need to marry white and you need to marry wealthy.
Oh my God! Okay, let me tell you something. I've been married before. And I got married really young. And I'm still married.
You're young,
You're still married? Are you guys happily married?
No, I left him. He's in the States. I'm here.
He's African American, knows absolutely nothing, appreciates absolutely nothing about my culture. Met me, loved everything that is aesthetically Trini about me, but came to the point where he almost hated it.
We will get a divorce soon. Because I have an awesome person in my life now.
Okay.
She just throws it in very matter of factly. Oh yeah, I'm married. But my boyfriend. Sometimes I gotta have a husband and a boyfriend, I guess.
Even if it doesn't lead to marriage, I want a clean slate.
Isaki's saying that she wants a clean slate the next time she gets married. But you are married, so clean that slate before you move to the next slate.
If I'm getting married again, it has to be an upgrade.
I prefer to find my money though.
Right.
Like
Absolutely.
you fit into me. If you have money
Exactly.
too, then that's
cool.
That's cool.
But
Yeah.
let me
I
do
can
that.
spend your money too.
Some people just have the need to assert themselves to find their space in a group of people. It gets more and more appalling. And I kind of laughed to myself. Okay, girl, you go ahead. You assert yourself. You say what you need to say.
Give me the tips on how to survive in Trinidad.
Try to stay away from the men.
Stay away from the men. So where's your boyfriend at?
Waste of time. Most Trinidadian men are philandering.
Like whores? What does that mean, whores?
Oh, yeah, they're whores.
Okay, but that's men anywhere.
Oh, wow.
That's his men
I think
anywhere.
they're whores. I think they're whores. But like really blatant, terrible.
But it's not Trinidadian men.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just men.
Men.
Trinidadian men don't ever settle down. Ever.
Ever.
Unless they travel and culture. Yes.
All Trinidad men have outside women, but not hers. We have to remember that. Not hers.
I'm talking about the Trinidadian man who hasn't traveled and seen anything and experienced anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's no joke.
Alright then.
So your guy is none of this.
He's traveled, he's cultured, he's Trini.
Okay.
So
By default, he happens to be Trini.
He happens to be Trini.
I think Leah is pompous. It's not that she is quiet and sweet. That's not what I get from her. And I'm real good with vibes. She's a
I feel like Trinidad has a lot of good stuff though. Like,
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've lived here for a bit, and I do like it. I mean, it's
Yeah,
not
you
home,
still
but
love
I
it.
like it. There's like the culture, there's the food, there's the beach.
Always
and
ready
they
for a
party
good time.
a lot. Like,
Let's get the party started.
right.
Let's
And
get the
you
party
can go to the
started.
gym
Let's
and
have a few shots. So on that note, somebody make a toast.
Everybody make a toast.
To Trini men.
To Trini vibes.
Right.
All the way.
Partying. To new friends.
Yeah. Another one?
Next time on Glambition, the island gets a little smaller when the two queen bees finally meet.
I can party. I'm gonna keep up. It'll be so much fun.
I've got on red bottoms. I've got on Cavalli. I don't know what you have on.
Sarah Jane gets the offer of a lifetime. And Isake braves a cold front from the ice cream executives.
She has always looked at me like I'm a spoiled brat. We have to impress them.